Hi YouTube! Today I actually haven't filmed anything, which was planned because I was planning to do a video about our tries to get pregnant again, to get a sibling for Tyrion. And even though things didn't really turn out as planned today, I'm gonna go ahead with my planning and just put in some clips that I've taken since January, and I've just been keeping them in a folder on the computer, not knowing exactly when to use them. But I'm gonna do that today, and then after those clips I'll be back and just let you know what's been going on recently and what happened today, I guess. So hi, I guess if you're seeing this footage that means that I am pregnant, so that's very exciting. But right now I am actually on day one of this maybe pregnancy, because right now of course I can't know that it will stay, that the embryo will stick. Actually, I guess you could say it's day 6, because they thawed, is that the worst word? They unfroze an embryo that we got when we were originally trying to get pregnant, and when we got pregnant with Tyrion. They had four embryos that were pretty good, so 1 became Tyrion and 3 were frozen. So one of those has been unfrozen today, this morning, and then me and Michael and Tyrion went to the hospital, and they put me in one of those chairs with your legs up, which I'm pretty used to by now, and then they did the procedure when they kind of put the embryo in your uterus, I think is the word. So that was exciting, and the doctor actually said that it was a very good quality egg. I know that sometimes when they unfreeze them, they lose cells, several cells die, and that's bad, of course. The more cells that die, the lower the chances of the embryo sticking and surviving in your body, as far as I can understand. And he said that it was an A5 embryo on the quality scale, and as far as I could understand, I think he said that that's the highest on the scale. That's the best kind of embryo, I guess. In less than 2 weeks I will know if I am pregnant. Well, I thought that the next update would be from the day when I take the test, but it's actually just Thursday today that I'm filming this, and that is because I have had a lot of symptoms, I feel like, the last few days. For example, I've had heartburn every day since Monday, I think, and even though it's only been a little bit, just for a few minutes, it's still been there, and I don't usually have heartburn, so that's kind of interesting. And yesterday and today I've actually been in a really bad mood. I have been sad, I've been crying and crying. I've had a very short temper, I guess, with Tyrion. He's been crying and he's sick, so it's not his fault. He's just very sad and whiny, and I just have no patience with him. I just get super annoyed and sad and angry, and that might be from the hormones that I'm taking. I am more hopeful now than I have been before, and that kind of scares me, because I know I can feel now that when I take the test on Monday, if it's a negative test, I will be very crushed. And I would have been before too, of course, but not this way. Now I really start seeing signs that might mean that I'm pregnant. So it's exciting. It's horrible to be crying all day, and it's making me nervous for Monday, but we'll see. So right now I am waiting for the pregnancy test, and I'm supposed to wait 3 minutes, and it's kind of torture. Right now I'm actually kind of sad. I've convinced myself that I'm not pregnant. My symptoms just went away a few days ago. I stopped having symptoms, and I also had I started bleeding on Friday, so I am pretty sure that there's no baby in there. So I'm just preparing myself to see that result, and that is painful, and it's also because we put so much money into it. Well, for us it's a lot of money. I'll be right there, Tyrion, don't worry, I'll be right there. So we'll see it live, I guess. and I am pregnant. Those are 2 lines, and if I'm not very mistaken, that means that I'm pregnant. I have to, have to take a picture of this so that I can well, keep it, and also because I want to show it to a couple of friends who I've told that that we've done the IVF thing again. But I'm not gonna tell Michael because I'm gonna surprise him. So I tricked Michael into thinking that I didn't take the pregnancy test, and he's about to come home now. He's a few minutes away, and I've actually prepared a little surprise for him. So I made this shirt, and it says ETA October 2014, and I was thinking of filling the letters in, but then I thought it kind of maybe it takes longer for him to see, so it's kind of interesting to see how long it takes for him to realize that there's something is up. So it's gonna be very exciting. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, and by this I mean film this little clip because I think that maybe I'll want to see it in the future. We have had a very bad day, kind of the worst day in a long time. And I'll just go ahead and say that I miscarried today. So the little fetus that I had didn't want to stay in my uterus. And this morning I started bleeding, and I wasn't super scared at first because I didn't realize that it was a lot. When I then went to the bathroom, I was just bleeding like crazy, and I'm not gonna go into the details, but it was just, I felt right away that this is not normal. And I did have bleedings when I was pregnant with Tyrion, and this was nothing like it. This was much worse. So we pretty much called the hospital and just asked if I was allowed to go to the emergency room, because I know that with early pregnancies like this you don't really have to check it up, but I just felt like I needed to know. And also because I'm taking hormones, I felt that if I had miscarried I needed to know so that I could stop taking the hormone. So I think the last kind of fertility vlog thing I did, or the last time I filmed, was when I had my miscarriage, and we have actually been trying again. We thought we couldn't afford more than one try, but my dad actually helped. And I was supposed to take a pregnancy test today, which I just did. Tyrion is crawling, trying to climb on me. This is the test that I just took. As you maybe know, there's supposed to be a line in one of the windows if you are not pregnant, and a line in 2 if you are pregnant, and that one is completely empty, no lines at all. Okay, so I'm gonna give this another try. I actually couldn't wait until tomorrow to try again. So on the morning walk I just went to the grocery store and got a new test. This one isn't as accurate, I think, or it's accurate but it's not as easy to read. But I mean, if I am pregnant, I'm gonna see that I'm pregnant on the test. It's been long enough. So yeah, I have a very big problem with hope, or I guess false hope. I always have, or as long as I can remember, and I'm not sure why I do, where it comes from, but I hate hoping for things, because I'm so scared that they won't come true. So I'm gonna go look at the test. I think it's negative, but I need to know. Yeah, that's definitely a negative test. So that's super sad. So that is our history for this year when it comes to IVF and fertility. And I am not sure which the last clip is. I can't remember when I last filmed. But the situation right now is that we were going to give IVF a third try because we did have one embryo left in the freezer, and my dad actually said that he would help to put up the money for the IVF because it's very expensive. So we were super happy about that. I started taking hormones again, and I was supposed to go in today and get the embryo implanted in my uterus. But unfortunately they called me this morning and said that the embryo didn't survive the thawing from the freezer. I am super bummed, very sad, because this was our last try. We cannot afford doing another round of IVFs, because we would have to do the whole getting all the eggs and taking eggs out and fertilizing them, I guess, with sperm and all that, and it's super expensive, and we just can't afford that. There's no way, and my dad can't help with that either because it's way too expensive. The reason we could afford doing IVF with Tyrion was because in our county, I guess, or municipality, you are allowed a certain number of tries for free that the county pays for if you don't have children. But since we have Tyrion, we have to pay for it on our own, and it's way too expensive. So right now I am looking at other options. I have done videos about my IVF and fertility problems before, and in those videos I did talk about another fertility treatment that we did before IVF. We're probably going to go back to that type of fertility treatment because it's free, and that is taking hormone shots to make the eggs grow, or 1 egg or 2 eggs, and then when they are at the perfect size you take another shot to ovulate, and then you go home and you have fun on the day that you're supposed to ovulate and just hope for a baby. I think this is going to be very long, so I'm going to stop now. But please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more of our daily vlogs, and we will see you tomorrow as always. Bye!